Diamond. This is the big leagues.
Hi there, ranking up is probably one of the hardest topics in Apex Legends. And many guys that I watched showed actually some good tips, but none of them really summarized the, let's say, golden rules for ranking up that work no matter the rank you're currently on. And that's why I'm making this video. Now, me personally, I haven't played Apex for that long. I joined somewhat late in Season 4. I tried out many different things that what got me to Diamond consistently and now my way to Masters on PC. So now, what I'm trying to say with this is, if I, with my not so godly aim and skill, can do it, so can you, with just a few tips. So the most important right away, all that matters for ranking up are ranked points.
You serious?
Yeah, no, obvious there. We'll see in a second where I'm going with this. And I really urge you to learn this table by heart. It will be the basis for a lot of decision making in rank, because again, all that matters are ranked points. Let's make an example to illustrate it. Let's say we are on plat, means the entry cost is 36. And let's say we are the absolute chats and killed 3 people right away at the start. And we have to make a decision. Keep playing offensively or start with defensive positioning. Let's illustrate that with 2 different players. First we have Tom. Tom is the classic chat. Whenever Tom sees an enemy, he instantly attacks. Let's say he gets an insanely kill streak with 7 kill assists, but then he dies to the next squad. But that's still impressive assuming you play against equally skilled players. So let's see what he gets. He gets 0 for placement, 10 for each kill and 5 is the limit, so 50 ranked points. But as said before, the entry costs 36. That makes only 14 ranked points for that impressive streak he got. Now let's look at another player. We call him Frank. Frank is happy with the 3 kills he got and starts positioning himself for endgame and plays more defensively. Avoids most fights, is more focused on getting to champion as close as he can. So let's say there are only 5 squads left, including the squad of Frank. Let's see what he gets. First of all, he gets 30 points for his placement. He gets 15 per kill. That are already 75 ranked points minus the 36 entry. That means 39 points for Frank, and he's still alive, so it's probably going to get more. So, what do you think? How should you play? Like Tom or like Frank? Why I'm showing this? It's because a lot of randoms I see just keep fighting. But for what? Usually only fight for points, or when the enemy team has something that you need. Or when they're just an easy snack because you got positional advantage, like in the clip you're seeing right now. We were able to capture this team on a choke point and they had to come to us because of the zone. So we didn't play this very well actually, but we still won it easily. And in my defense, it was 3 AM in the morning. Furthermore, assume that everybody is at least as good as you are. That makes you respect your enemy, and in the case that you win, you are grateful for the points you get and don't waste them instantly. I can't stress this enough because I see so many people just fighting. And I don't even know for what. They don't even know why they're fighting currently. I really recommend playing more carefully and make the most out of the kills you got. But if the round turns the other way, rat the shit out of it. Stay at the outside of the ring, somewhere where the enemy can spot you, and as soon as the ring progresses, you move with the ring into the next hiding spot. This way you can actually gain RP while drinking coffee. Or at least you won't lose that many points. Stay your distance to Bloodhound because a random scan can end you. And sometimes you get a beautiful opportunity because the enemy is just not paying attention to you. And don't worry, there will always be people that don't understand that this is not Call of Duty we're playing here. You can't just rush 3 people by yourself. Just ignore those guys. They will never get it. Or show them this video.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
So when you're playing with randoms, sometimes you actually get a good one. But most times, oh well. Now this has to be that way. It's so easy nowadays to find people to play with. Facebook group, Discord, so many clans and tons more. If you decide to play for yourself, really make use of the ping system. Tell your teammates what your intention is, tell them what you're looking at, tell them where you're looting, tell them where enemies have been, and so on. This will encourage them to use the ping system themselves, and this will lead to a better communication overall. Or at least there's a chance. Furthermore, be a good teammate. Don't just push up alone, running around on the map somewhere else, because when you get downed, your team has to fight in a 2v3 situation, so that fight is basically lost already when the other team is as good as your teammates are. So you're basically throwing around. And we all want to win, so, play together. I mean, look at that guy. He's running face first into the building that we're currently holding. He goes down and there you go. His team has basically already lost the fight. It's just like that Pathfinder. They would have won if he wasn't that greedy. Instead he's downed and maybe has some time to think about his mistakes. Next thing. Don't steal loot. People hate it. They will hate your guts when you do it. I mean, look at that here. I sweated hard to get those 2 people. And after I revived him, the first thing he does is goes to my kill and snacks the armor. It's like, dude, next time I'm gonna loot first before I revive you. That's not how it should be. Next, we have Compositional Awareness. And listen, I'm not gonna tell you what you should play. Of course, there are better and worse legends, and there's a tier list of, but it's still a game and it's supposed to be fun. Just really think about what your composition can do and what they can't, so strength and weaknesses basically. So for example with Watson, I'm sure as hell not gonna run outside, I'm gonna camp in a building because I don't have an escape if I get caught outside. On the other hand, if you have an offensive squad, then don't try to hold a building. This squad tried it with a very offensive squad and they got absolutely destroyed. They didn't even see me through the smoke, I could just casually walk in and, snag some kills. So really think about what your composition can do and what they can't. Strength and weaknesses, really important. And then play accordingly. If you're interested in a tier list, let me know in the comment section below. Last point here, try to play the same legend. Otherwise, you will get the abilities confused, like me here with not caustic. Next on the list we have landing. And that's such a huge point because there is no other way than going backwards as fast as with landing. Land, die, land, die, land, die. Congratulations, you just made 108 points minus, assuming you're a plat. That's why I personally picked some main loot locations that I feel comfortable around, and I also have backup locations in case I don't want to contest or if I see something like a predator squad going down there. And remember, it's not so bad if you don't have the best gear right away. It's way better than dying right away. Really try to survive the beginning. Now with the dropship, most people jump out right at the start, so yeah, don't do that. In this example right here, there were 4 squads left and the ship wasn't even halfway through. And it's best to pick something at the end of the dropship line and very far away. That's where you will have the least squad and can get a good start. Because as always, remember, the others are as good as you are. Always assume that. That won't mean contesting means half the time you're deaf. That means minus 36 points, meaning in the next round you have to get plus 36 points just to break even, which is not that easy. And as soon as you're in the air, start pinging. Start telling your teammate what's happening. Start telling them where others are going down. Tell them where you could go as an alternative. Be flexible. If you land somewhere where it's contested, then it's really important to stay the hell together. There's nothing worse than a teammate going down far away and getting finished, but now it's a 2v3 as always, and you basically lost. Now those 2 randoms really did this insanely well, and really props to them. Because look at that, as soon as I was sure that I can push the other guy, Wraith immediately pushed up. She gets downed, okay, impressive shot by the other guy by the way, but since she's not alone, I can cover her before the third of them reveals himself, and I see that he's far away, so I decide to push the one downstairs and manage to finish him. And look how the lifeline is pushing up immediately too, so we can finish the last guy together. So really important, stay together. Yeah, you have to share loot, but come on guys, you don't need 2 guns right at the start if there's not enough loot around. It's way better to shoot simultaneously on one target than having 2 guns, but your teammate has to, you know, hit the air with his fists. It's not gonna work. Share the loot. And the last topic on the list is map movement. So basically, how do we traverse the map? And this is also insanely important because I see a lot of people doing it way too aggressively. Because as you all probably know, the curse of Apex Legends is third partying. Now look at that example, we could of course place ourselves in the middle because we would be in the ring either way. But as soon as we start fighting, we have a lot of squads around us and this will usually result in your death. Let's look at an alternative. Let's say we are more on the outside of the ring. This means we have our back covered. If a team decides to push us now, we can pull back a bit. We have our backs covered still, and this will usually result in another team pushing them, so third partying them, which also means you may snag some kills during this. So you are suddenly in the position of the third party. I mean, you can just exclude 180 degrees because of the zone, at least in the later zones. So that's the clip to the example you just saw. We traversed the map on the outside and eventually landed at the spot shown in the example before. And we had a team on the left and we poked them a bit to see what they got in terms of gear. Yeah, we noticed they're pretty heavy, so nah, not for now. And another team is reviving, which is hella ballsy doing this right now. And then we also saw the last team and also poked them a bit to see what they have. And look at that. All 3 teams start fighting each other. So it's time for us to jump in. We see that the team in front of us got downed, or at least a lot of them, and one team even eliminated. So we decide to push the left team because down players wouldn't give us any RP. And the team on the left is also weakened. So we managed to finish them, even though I missed some pretty easy shots, but whatever, it happens. And then we immediately turn around to the squad that's still reviving and finish them off as well. So we were definitely not the best shooter, nor the best player, nor did we have the best gear. We were simply patient and waited for our chance to strike. Another big advantage, if you move on the outside of the ring, guess what your bloodhound is gonna find from time to time? Yeah, that's right, a sneaky rat. That's probably the easiest kill in Apex Legends for ranked points. Now a little bonus tip, if you really struggle, of course in the team you're playing you should share the assist, so everybody should hit the enemy before he goes down and everybody gets an assist, but in reality that's very hard to do. So what I recommend you doing is playing something like Bloodhound, because if you see somebody is about to go down, push a scan and look at that, you get an assist. It's a bit, yeah, what should I say, it's a bit a rat attack move, but it's there to do. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, of course, give it a like. And if you want more content like this, subscribe. I hope it helped you out, that you can reach the rank set as a goal for yourself this season.